just call me Bug. Now, it is mighty neighborly of y'all to come on by here this yard we come to spend. And gosh darn if I'm not sorry as soap to disappoint you fine folks, but I just don't know if we have enough time to tell our tales that darn well ought to properly be told. Because you see, country folk are busier than a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs. What with tending the land and the critters and such, but we are coming up on the busiest dag-nab weekend of the whole gosh darn year. Well, shucks, folks. We're coming up on County Fair! Yahoo! Woo-hoo! The County Fair! The County Fair! The County Fair! Oh my goodness, County Fair!
County Fair, a down home feeling in the air.
Yahoo!
So get up out of your rocking chair, come to the County Fair.
Now Christmas Day is special, and New Year's Eve is swell.
You bet.
But I'm gonna tell you about something that's got 'em all beat to well. It's County Fair.
County Fair, a down home feeling in the air.
Yahoo! So get up out of your rocking chair, come to the County Fair. Put them ribbons in your hair, get out your Sunday dress. You look mighty pretty gal, that I must confess. Shine your boots and clean your jeans and slicker down your hair. Cowpoke always looks his best when he goes to the fair. Oh, County Fair.
County Fair, a down home feeling in the air. Yahoo! So get up out of your rocking chair, come to the County Fair.
Pitch the big top, raise the flag, and
Lay that sawdust down.
build up the booths and chicken coops. The county fair's in town. Folks will come to see their friends from
Farm and ranch in town.
From here and there and everywhere. They come from miles around. Oh, County Fair, a down home feeling in the air. Yahoo! So get up out of your rocking chair, come to the County Fair. Bring on the hams and yams and jams. Bring on them biscuits too.
Yum!
Bring on the chicken fried rim crisp. There's apple pie.
Yahoo!
Here come the hens and goats and sheep and ponies, mules and cows. Everyone better hold your nose. Here comes the pigs and sows. Oh, County Fair. Come on, come on.
Yahoo!
So get up out of your rocking chair, come to the County Fair. Here we go. County Fair, down home feeling in the air. Yahoo! So get up out of your rocking chair, come to the County Fair. One more time. Come on now, folks. Yahoo! So get up out of your rocking chair, come to the County Fair. Yahoo! Well, howdy, friends.
Howdy, bud.
Now, y'all know me, but I'd like to introduce you to my family. Now, my lovely wife of many years has gone off to her great reward.
Aww.
But she left me with 7 of the greatest girls ever. Why, that there's Sally Mae,
Hi.
and Donna Ray,
Hi.
Sandy D,
Howdy.
and Barbara Lee,
Howdy.
Baba Joe,
Mwah.
and Little Zoe,
Mwah.
and the apple of her papa's eye. While that there is Beauty Lou.
Whoa.
Well, now you've met my entire family. No, except for my constant companion and harmonious hound, Fleabag Clyde. No. Mighty purty, Clyde. Now, won't you get over here? You are embarrassing me.
Hey, look! What about us?
Oh, I almost forgot. These here are my farm hands. Slim Takins and Deucey Bottoms.
Howdy!
Well, that's enough how-dos for one day. What do you say we do what we came here for? Let's have some fun! Well, what you waiting for, girls? Well, this here's the county fair.
Let's go look at the dress display. We always look our best.
I know.
We're gonna go see the rodeo cowboys. They're mighty handsome.
What? Girls! Get over here.
We're gonna go get some cotton candy. We're mighty hungry.
Well, what about you, Beetaloo?
Oh, Papa, would it be all right if we went to see the flower judging? I hear the roses are especially beautiful this year.
Well, that'd be just fine, honey. Now, why don't you run on along now?
Are you sure you won't be lonely?
Oh, nonsense. I got the boys here to talk to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, then, Papa. I'll be back soon. Come on, guys.
Hey, Dusty, let's head over to the kissing booth.
What?
Kissing booth? What for? Oh.
Look, fellas, I thought we was going up. Well, I'm feeling in the air. Yeah, so get up out here, rockin' chair, come to the county fair. Well, howdy, friends.
Howdy, Buck.
Well, ain't this just the most beautiful day for the county fair?
Sure is, Buck.
Well, what you been doing lately?
Just hitting the plan.
Yeah.
Watching the crossroads.
Yeah.
Feeding the critters.
Yeah.
Try good.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
How about you, Buck? What you been up to lately?
Oh, just about the same thing as you folks. Trying to make a living on an old farm of ours. Ain't the easiest thing in the world, that's for sure.
Buck,
Yeah.
Buck, what about the rodeo? You been riding any broncs, roping any calf?
Nah, not lately.
Aww. You got to ride the rodeo tomorrow afternoon, ain't you?
Oh, I don't think so.
Aww.
But I'll be in the stands with my girls and watching.
Oh, gee, Buck, you got to ride in the rodeo.
The rodeo won't be the same without you, Buck.
Oh, well, that's mighty nice of you folks to say so, but I don't think so.
Aww.
I'll leave that rodeo to them young buckaroos. You know, I was thinking about going to that big rodeo on the other side of the mountain. That's where the big prize money is, but I don't think so. I don't want to leave my girls alone for that long. And besides, we can scratch out a living at an old farm of ours. Yes, sirree. Buckaroo Bob the farmer. That's me. Yeah, you're right. Well, say, why don't you folks head on over to the flower judging tents? I know my Beautiloo's already there. I'll root for them red roses.
He's right. Come on, everybody.
Woo-hoo! Our country folk, best neighbors in the whole wide world. Here comes another festival right now. Yahoo! So get up out here, rocking chair, come to the county fair. Well, howdy, friends.
Howdy, Buck.
Oh, ain't this just the most beautiful day for the county fair?
You said it, Buck.
Well, what you planning on doing here at the county fair?
I'm going to look at all the animals.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ride the Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
I got 2 tickets to the rodeo.
Yeah.
I'm going to get me some caramel apples.
Yeah.
I'm going to enter my toe mock toes.
Ooh.
I'm going to look at all the arts and crafts.
Yeah.
I'm fixing to do it all.
Whoa.
I'm going to enter the cow milking contest.
The cow milking contest? Well, I bet that would be an utter treat. Ah!
You and your bad
I
shows.
know.
I
Ah!
have the results of the flower judging contest. Don't you want to read that?
The flower judging contest? Well, I'd be happy to. Come on, everybody. Woo! It's the flower judging. Let's hear it. Woo-hoo! Yeah. Woo-hoo! Now, let's see here. Third place. Hey, Slam. Oh, why don't you read the results for third place?
What's that, Buck? white ribbon.
Yeah.
For third place.
Yeah.
Goes to.
Yeah.
Clarissa and her purple petunia.
You betcha. Now let's see, second place. Now, who am I going to get to read second? You, me. Dusty!
Yeah, Buck.
Why don't you read the results for second place?
I'd be proud to.
Yeah, bet you'd be proud to.
The red ribbon.
Yeah.
For second place.
Yeah.
Goes to.
Yeah.
Darla Jean and her Daisy.
Woo!
Well, there's some excitement. It's a good thing I saved the best for last. Oh, I said I saved the best for last. I said I saved the best for last.
Don't have to.
Now the moment y'all been waiting for. The blue ribbon.
Yeah.
For first place.
Yeah.
Goes to.
Yeah.
Them red roses.
Oh, Papa, they're my favorite.
I know, honey, I know, but whose are they? Well, who claims the blue ribbon for them red roses?
A young gold miner brought them in. He grows them all around his gold mine.
Oh, you must mean that handsome young fellow that lives by himself and works that gold mine at the base of the... You know, I think I saw him sitting by himself in a cactus patch. Sorry. You know, he doesn't say a word to anybody. He always seems to be by himself. I tell you what. Beauty Lou and I will deliver his blue ribbon personally.
Whoa.
And maybe, now just maybe, he can spare one of the pretty red blossoms for you, honey. Now, what do you think about that?
Oh, Papa, do you think so?
Well, now we'll see, honey. We'll see. And while we're gone, you folks be sure to enjoy yourselves here at the County Fair. Yahoo! To carry on like this. Now, I know that young feller was, mean, and rude, and ornery when you tried to give him his blue ribbon, but there's no reason to carry on like this. Now, I'm sure he didn't mean anything by it. He's just sort of, lonesome, I guess.
But he was so mean, he acted just like a beast.
Well, he didn't look like a beast. Why, he was sort of handsome,
Well, I wish he looked like a beast. I wish upon a wishbone he looked like a beast so no one would talk to him at all.
Now, Beauty Lou, you be careful what you wish for. Now, you remember what my papa always said about wishbone wishes. Well, you've got to wish a wish upon a wishbone and break it right in two. And if you wish with all your might, your wish will come to you. Forget your four-leaf clover, 'cause it will never do. A wish...
Wishbone is the only way to make your wish come true.
Well, that's right, honey. Now, you just stay right there. Oh, I'm gonna go fetch your sisters. They're on the midway munching the last of the cotton candy. Looks like they left you by yourself as usual. You know, sometimes I wish we lived in town so you'd have a friend to play with.
Oh, so do I. I wish upon a wishbone I had a special friend.
Well, honey, you just stay right there. I'll be right back. I promise. And you remember, a promise is a promise, all right?
All right, Papa. Hello.
Hello? Oh, you must mean goodbye. Now, come on, girls. Let's go, let's go.
Hello, Beeloo.
Who are you and how do you know my name? And why didn't my pa say hello to you?
See, didn't see me. You see, you are the only one that could see or hear me. I am your imaginary friend. The one you wish for when you wish upon a wishbone.
Oh my, I have an imaginary friend.
What's that, honey? An imaginary friend? By golly, that's just what you need. An imaginary friend will do whatever you ask because, you see, he's really a part of you.
But I don't understand.
Well, you just sit right there and I'll explain it all to you. He is what you want him to be. He does what you want him to do. His words are all secrets between you and me. And no one can see him but you. For he is a child of your heart, born of your wishes and dreams. He lives in the sunshine when you are apart, and he smiles from the moon when it beams. So beauty, don't ever be lonely. Give him your trouble and strife. Oh, beauty, your own one and only. Your playmate, your hero, your life. Your wish shall become his command. Your happiness he guarantees. He'll build you a castle for two in the sand. He'll make you a princess, you'll see. You'll sing in the spring and the sun. Dance when the autumn wind blows. In winter he'll build you a snowman for fun. And in summer he'll pick you a rose. So beauty, don't ever be lonely. Give him your trouble and strife. Oh, beauty, your own one and only. Your playmate, your hero, your life. Well, come along now, girls. It's time for us to be a moseying on. Well, Beauty, your sisters are as tired as all get up, and it wouldn't hurt for you to get some sleep too.
Will you be there tomorrow?
Of course I will, Beauty. What a silly thing to say.
Good night, Beeloo.
Good night.
Good night? Well, of course it's a good night. Why, the moon is a-shining.
It's so bright.
Ooh, and the stars are a-twinkling.
Twiddle, twiddle, little star.
Well, it's a perfect night for sleeping. Well, come on, Beauty. Let's get going.
I'm on my way.
My girls, ain't they something? Yes, sirree, folks. Another county fair's come and gone right before my very eyes. And before I could blink, why, my girls was a-growing up. Why, Sally Mae and Donna Ray, Sandy D, and Barbara Lee, Bobby Joe, Little Zoe. Why, even Beauty Lou was turning into quite the little lady.
Never!
Now, none of them are perfect, but they're my daughters, and I'm their papa. And that makes them all real special. Now Salome and Donna Ray are really more than just okay. And Sandy D and Barbara Lee, they suit their papa to a T. And Bobby Joe and Little Zoe, well, they go where they wanna go. Now if I says yes, well they says
No!
But they love their papa so. A daddy is a daddy.
And he loves his little girls.
Though they act like oysters.
Daddy loves his little pearls.
A daughter is a daughter and you love her all your life. Cause they remind you of that love and how you miss your wife. Now, Beauty Lou's my daughter who can make the rainy skies turn blue. Now, partners, I've got news for you. I love my Beauty, Beauty Lou. Cause beauty is as beauty does. She's just like her ma who was a rose that now grows way up high in that garden in the sky. That's why a daddy is a daddy.
He loves his little girls.
Though they act like oysters. A daughter is a daughter and you love her all your life. Cause they remind you of that love and how you miss your wife. Yes, they're the flower of a love between a husband and a wife. My dear departed wife, oh how I miss my wife. I know, Clyde, I know, I miss her too. Well, folks, my girls, they was growing up and, their papa was getting older. Clyde, get off my foot, Clyde, gotta get me a smaller dog. Well, folks, there was good years and bad years, good crops and bad crops, but we always seemed to get by just fine. That was until this year. Well, by now the crop should be up to my shoulder, but they're barely knee-high to a grasshopper. Oh, I just don't think we're going to make it.
Yeah, just look at this corn. You couldn't feed a field mouse with this, much less a chicken.
Oh, well, what do you reckon we should do?
Hey, Buck, maybe you should in that big rodeo.
You mean that big rodeo on the other side of the mountains?
Yep, that be the one.
Well, I'll have to talk it over with the girls. Now, listen, why don't you fellas have to... Oh, no! Stampede! Let's go! Move! Sandy D.
Good morning, Papa.
Morning, Barbara Lee.
Good morning, Papa.
Morning, Baba Joe.
Good morning, Papa.
Morning, Lil Zoe.
Good morning, Papa.
Good morning, Beauty Lou.
Good morning, Papa. No!
What was that?
Oh, nothing.
Nothing at all.
Would you please be quiet?
Quiet? I hardly said a word.
See, you're getting me in trouble. Now go away.
Go away! Why, Beauty Lou, I just got here.
I'm sorry, Papa. Did you sleep well?
Well, as a matter of fact, I didn't.
Why not?
Well, that's what I want to talk to you girls about. Now, come on, gather around your papa. Come on, girls. We got to have ourselves a little chat. Now, girls, I don't know how to say this, but we got ourselves some bad news.
Bad news? Oh, no! Not bad news! I don't want to hear it! I'll plug my ear! Oh, Papa, please!
Okay.
Oh, Papa, what's the bad news? Perhaps we can help. No!
Whew. Well, you're going to help. Because you see, Slim, Dusty, and Clyde, we'd be heading off to that rodeo, and while we're gone, you're going to have to do all the chores on the farm.
Chores? Like milk the cows, feed the chickens, tend the crops? It's too hard!
Now, one thing at a time. I'll be leaving right away. We got to get going to that big rodeo on the other side of the mountain.
But Papa, you haven't ridden in a rodeo in years.
Oh.
Yeah, Papa!
I know, but it's time for one last ride. I gotta win that prize money or else we're going to lose the farm.
Lose the farm?
Sure as my name is Buckaroo Bill.
Bob!
That's right, it's Bob.
Where's the farm? Where would we go? Oh, Papa, please! Say it isn't true! How could you? Oh, Papa, what's the bad news? Perhaps we should help. Yeah!
Well, honey, you just keep wishing that things will get better and hoping that. And if I do win that prize money, I'll be sure to bring back lots of presents.
Presents! Yay! But we can't afford it.
Oh, you just let me worry about that, you Lou. Now, girls, before I can bring you back presents, you gotta tell your papa what you want. That's right. You just tell your papa your heart's desires, and if you wish upon a wishbone, your wish will come to you.
Wish upon a wishbone.
Well, if you really want your wish to come true, you've got to wish upon a wishbone and break it right in two. And if you wish with all your might, your wish will come to you.
Forget your falling clover, 'cause it will never do. A wishbone is the only way to make your wish come true.
Now, Salome and Don Ray, what would you like to come your way?
We look a mess, a brand new dress for each and every day.
A brand new dress?
With collars of lace surrounding my face.
Well, now, ladies, that's a mighty tall order, mighty tall indeed. But if you really want your wish to come true, there's only one thing you can do.
What's that?
You've got to
Wish upon a wishbone and break it right in two. And if you wish with all your might, your wish will come to you. Forget your falling clover, 'cause it will never do. A wishbone is the only way to make your wish come true.
now, Sandy and Bartley, what would fill your hearts with glee?
Your little girls would like some curls as big as they can be.
A strand of pearls?
As wide as snow, as big as my toe.
Wow! Well, now, ladies, that's a mighty tall order, mighty tall indeed. But if you really want your wish to come true, there's only one thing you can do. Hey, glad you got done. Get in line. All right. You've got to
Wish upon a wishbone and break it right in two. And if you wish with all your might, your wish will come to you. Forget your falling clover, 'cause it will never do. A wishbone is the only way to make your wish come true.
now, Bob, Joe, and Little Zoe, would you like something, yes or no?
A diamond ring would make us sing do re mi fa
Ah,
sol.
girls! A diamond ring?
Sparkly and bright, like stars in the night.
Don't you stop it! Well, now, ladies, that's a mighty tall order, mighty tall indeed. But if you really want your wish to come true, there's only one thing you can do. I'm warning you, Clyde. Ah! You've got to
Wish upon a wishbone and break it right in two. And if you wish with all your might, your wish will come to you. Forget your falling clover, 'cause it will never do. A wishbone is the only way to make your wish come true.
Now, how about you, my beauty Lou? What would make your wish come true?
Oh, I suppose a single rose is
A single rose?
A rose of red to wear on my head.
Now, honey, that's not very much to ask for. But still, if you really want your wish to come true, there's only one thing you can do. I don't think so, Clyde. Always my fault, never the stars. You got to
Wish a wishbone, wishbone, and break it right in two. And if you wish with all your might, your wish will come to you. Forget your four-leaf clover, 'cause it will never
a brand new dress?
Yes, yes, yes!
A string of pearls?
For your little girl
Some diamond rings?
could make us sing.
Would you just quit it already? A single rose?
I suppose.
Wishbone is the only way to make your wish come true. Yeah! Well, girls, you be careful while I'm gone. Make sure you do all your chores and be good to each other. And wish your papa luck. Come on over here, wish your papa luck. Because I'm off to the rodeo.
Don't live, Papa! Don't forget a present! Remember, lots of money! Be careful, Papa. Don't hurt yourself.
I won't, honey, I won't. Now, goodbye, girls.
Bye!
Take care. Bye now. Whew. Well, Slim, Dusty, Clyde, we got to get going. That rodeo's this evening. We got a long walk ahead of us. You ready, boys?
Yeah.
You ready, Clyde? Let's get moseying. And it's just a perfect day for taking a walk.
Sure is, Bob. Them birds are chirping. Chirp, chirp, chirp. And we will say hello.
Hey, that's some big animals back there. Come on, boys, let's get moseying. Boy, oh boy, ain't it just the most beautiful day for taking a walk to see the sunrise and watching them cactuses slide on by. I know, Clyde, I know, my feet is a-hurting too. Time sure does fly when you're having fun. Why, look, them there rodeo grounds up ahead.
Look at the crowd in the stand. Just all whooping and a hollering.
Woohoo! There we go. Woohoo!
And just look at them cowboys itching to get on their ponies for the first event.
We made it just in time. Come on, fellas. The festivities is about to begin. Well, they come from the Red River Valley. They come from the border down by Mexico. They come from the prairies and they come from the plains and the mountains of Colorado. When you climb on top of that fucking front, he's mean and clean, ain't never been broke. You open the gate and you count to 8. It's the ride of the old cowpoke. It's
Yee-hi-ho, the rodeo, bronc and a steer and an old lasso. Yee-hi-ho, the rodeo, come to the rodeo.
let's rope that cab. Get you, come here. Gotcha. Ah! Woo-hoo! He's got it. It's
Yee-hi-ho, the rodeo, bronc and a steer and an old lasso. Yee-hi-ho, the rodeo, come to the rodeo.
let's ride that Yahoo! Yahoo! Woo-hoo! boy, you won that prize money fair and square.
Oh, gee, Buck, I never thought I'd beat you.
Oh! Well, a couple of years ago, I would have given you a run for your money.
Come on, everybody, let's go square dance.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
Aren't you on square dancing, Buck?
No, Clyde and I's got to get on home.
Okay.
Come square dancing, ain't you, Buck?
No, me and Clyde's got to get on back to the ranch. You boys go on ahead. We'll meet you back at home.
I'll get some dance with Daisy.
No, I get to dance with Daisy. Remember last time she kicked you right in the...
Yeah, I guess she did.
Well, Clyde, I guess we got to get going. I just wish I could have gotten my girls the gifts they wished for. Guess that wishbone wish just wasn't strong enough. Oh, man, that was some bronc. Yep, I'll say it was rough. Well, come on, Clyde, let's get going. Now, there's nothing to be sad about, Clyde. Well, we can be as poor as a church mouse, but we still get to watch that sunset and watch them cactuses slide on by. Well, we still get to say hello to them birds chirping. And look at them little tiny desert critters. That's some big critters. We'll say, Clyde, it's getting late. Well, why don't we take that shortcut past that old mine shack? Oh, now there's nothing to be afraid of. They say that old gold miner is mighty cantankerous, but hey, if anybody can charm that fella, huh? Yeah, you're right. Come on, Clyde, let's get going. Now, they say that old gold miner grows the prettiest red roses in the entire county. They say the pretty blossoms just spring right on up out of the rock. Well, I'll be doggone. They're the prettiest red roses I ever did see. Now, I couldn't afford to get my girls the gifts they wished for, but all Beauty wanted was a rose, a red rose. Now, you don't suppose that he'd mind if I just took one. You know, I'll just take one flower home to Beauty and I'll be there. Look, shh, it's fine, Clyde. Now, quiet, let's go. Are you catching a cold, Clyde? Say there, mister, I didn't mean no harm. I just wanted a flower for my Beauty Lou. Now you don't mind now, do you? I guess he does mind! I lost him in that mountain back there. Now none of y'all out there see him anywhere, do you? No? Oh, good. Then I can just go on home. Now, are you sure you don't see him anywhere? Where is he? He's behind me. I'm going to check right here. Well, he's not there. Why got to lie to me like that? Are you sure you don't see him anywhere? He's still back there? I'll check over here. All right. I'll settle this once and for all. I'm going to check on that box right there. Show them what's for. Yeah, I'll check. Here I go. What? There's no one back here. That does it. I've lost him for sure. So I got my flower, and I'm going to go on home. Here I go. Whew. Well, that's weird. Ooh. Say, that's pretty neat. Ooh, yeah. Like that. Da, 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 da. Hey! Rah, rah, rah. Together! La, la, la. I just wanted a flower for my beauty. You acted like that's your most prized possession. It's only a rose, it's just a flower. And you got a whole mine full of gold. Why, you can buy yourself whatever you want, but you acted like that's the only beauty in your life.
And you would steal it from me?
No, I only took one, and I will gladly pay you what it's worth, but you'll have to trust my credit.
I want no money from you. Here, I'll give you back this rose.
Your most prized possession for me, but what do you want in return?
In return, I want your most prized possession. You shall send me your oldest daughter, your beauty, to live forever in this mine.
Now you've done it. Now you've gone too far. If you think I'm going to send my beauty Lou here, you must be plumb out of your... Golly, mister! I don't care if you hold me in that mine of theirs. No, I'll stay in there with the dirt and the damp and the bats and the rats? Oh, golly, that does sound scary, but my beauty Lou...
Shall never be harmed. I'll build her a castle on the hill, and when I go, all my riches shall be hers.
Well, I do have my other girls to think about, and the farm is doing partly, and my rodeo days is far behind me.
I shall support your family and you, Buckaroo Bill.
Oh, actually, it's Bob.
Bob.
Yeah, I did the same thing myself.
The choice is yours. What choice you have?
Oh, mister, I must say, you don't paint a very pretty picture, but why her? Why my beauty Lou? Wait a second, that voice of yours, I remember, it was you. You was that handsome young gold miner, but with a beast in your heart. A beast born in a gold mine and fueled on a passion for roses. Blue ribbon roses. Oh, and I remember Beauty Lou's wishbone curse. That took the beast from your heart and made you look like a... Oh, golly, mister, I gotta get going. I'll talk to Beauty, see what she says, but if you so much as harm one hair on her head...
I would not. I could not. For she is a rose, beauty, my one and only. Now off with you!
I'm leaving. I'll have your answer for sunset, mister, but there's gotta be another way.
No!
I'm going. Oh, where's that dog of mine? Now, Flea by Clyde. Oh, yeah. Some guard dog you turned out to be. Poor fella. I couldn't help but feel sorry for him. So I knew I had to go home and talk to the girls. So I walked and I walked and I walked. I walked past the mesas and past the picket fences. And finally I got home and I sat myself down in the moonlight. And I thought and I thought and I thought. And I realized I had no choice. No choice at all. Well, the next thing I knew, that sun began to rise, and I could hear that rooster crow. Well, I knew I had to find Beauty Lou. Well, she would know what to do. Beauty Lou, the beauty. Oh, well, I reckon she must still be asleep. Nothing like the sound of my critters to take my mind off my troubles. Now, what you folks are about to hear is a real country music. None of that stuff you hear on that favorite radio, so you all just listen up for a second. Now when you think of country music, you probably think this way.
We do.
About a cowboy's looker driving a truck across the USA.
Yahoo!
You think about them banjos, guitars, and fiddles too.
Yeah.
But the real sounds of the country are waiting here for you.
Right here.
Now you don't need no washboard, don't need no steel guitars.
No, sir.
So put away your dobro and sit right where you are.
You bet.
No grand old opera radio, no fancy 12-string card. Cause the real sounds of the country are sure a great reward. Ladies and gentlemen, cowgirls and buckaroos, it is my pleasure to announce your musical entertainment this afternoon. Them age-old sounds of the country. It's the Barnyard Symphony! Woo! Woo-hoo! Let's hear it, folks! Woo-hoo! But before we enjoy our musical instruments, allow me to introduce the members of our orchestra. First, on winds, the most beautiful bunch of bacon ever. And next, our wild and woolly bass section. On keyboards, a group that never lays an egg but always wakes you up.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
On percussion, Dizzy Donkey and the Marvelous Mules.
Yeehaw.
On strings, the perkiest passel of ponies in the county. And on horns, the hottest herd of Holsteins this side of old MacDonald's farm.
Woo!
And our special guest crooner this afternoon, it's none other than the Levi Collide. Oh. Come on, guys, get in line, we gotta get going. And now, ladies and gentlemen, without further hesitation or recitation, we proudly present the Barnyard Symphony. Here we go. With a 1, a 2, a 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3. With a and a and a. Here we go with a. Take it, Bossy. The music of the country as fine as it can be. Just like backwards for the Barnyard Symphony. Come on, critters, let's have a critter parade. Woohoo! I can't hear ya. Woohoo! Come on now. Woohoo! Come on, folks, let's hear for them critters. Woohoo! Yeah. Woohoo! All right, line up. Here we go. With a 1, a 2, a 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3. With a and a and a. Here we go with a. Take it, Bossy. The music of the country as fine as it can be. Just like backwards for the Barnyard Symphony. Stampede! Come on now, let's go. Let's go. Woo, woo, woo. Woo. Get him, Clyde, get him. Come on, you got it. Get him, doggies. Woo. Well, I'm not sure about you folks, but I am plumb tuckered out. Ah! What are you two doing here, huh? Well, you got something to say?
The music of the country as fine as it can be.
Yeah.
Just step out on the backwards for the Barnyard Symphony. Yeah.
What? Get on out of here, shake and bake. Let's go. Well, now I've heard everything. A singing rooster and pig.
Papa, you're home. Mommy, home. Mommy, home.
Well, guess what now, girls?
What, Papa?
I'm home.
Oh, Papa.
Well, folks, it wasn't easy telling the girls what had happened, but they listened.
Oh.
And they were shocked.
Oh.
And they were horrified.
Oh.
they thought about it. And they knew what Beauty had to do.
You gotta go, Beauty! You really should go, Beauty! You have to go, Beauty! You have to save Papa! You have to save the farm! It's the only thing to do! You must go! Huh.
So Beauty thought about it. And then she said...
Okay. Hooray!
So the girls all said goodbye to Beauty Lou.
Toodaloo, Beauty Lou!
And off they went to tend to their chores. Now, Beauty, there is nothing to be scared of. That beastly fella gave me his promise, and like I always told you, a promise is a promise.
Don't worry, Papa. I'll be all right, and I'll come back to visit soon. You'll see.
So I waved goodbye to Beauty Lou, and I headed on into the house. But before I went inside, I stopped for one last look, and when I turned around, I saw the strangest thing. Well, Beauty began to speak. Now I couldn't quite hear what she was saying, but it looked like she was talking about the journey that she was going to go on. But the funniest thing was that there was no one there for her to talk to, at least no one I could see, and that was the funniest darn thing.
And that's why I must go by myself. I gotta save the farm. Papa would be lost without it. We all would.
I understand, Beauty Lou, and you'll see me again when the time is right. Next wish upon Wishbone, I'll be there. Never leave you again. Goodbye for now, Beauty Lou.
Goodbye, my friends. I'll never forget you.
And off she went. She walked and she walked and she walked. She walked past the picket fences and past the mesas. She walked and walked till the sky got real rosy and started to get sunsetting. Finally, she arrived at the entrance of the mine. There, she saw them pretty red blossoms that brightened the entrance to that dreary cave. And she reached to touch one of them roses, but she stopped and shuddered. For she realized she was not alone. Then I'll be doggone if that beastly fellow didn't give my Beauty a rose. Well, he gave her 3 or 4, a real rosy bouquet. But he made sure she looked at them pretty red blossoms and at nothing else.
Don't look at me. You must see me in your imagination only. Imagine a handsome young man, a cowboy perhaps. Imagine that he is your friend. Yes, I shall be your imaginary friend.
But I already have an imaginary friend.
No, he is gone. I shall take his place. Just don't ever look at me.
Then that beastly fellow told Beauty that she would live in luxury. She would eat off of golden plates and drink from golden goblets. Her clothes would be made of the finest linens and silks, and she would spend her time in the mansion above the mine, while he would tend to her every need. But she must never, not ever, look at him in the face.
But why not?
Because I'm ugly. I'm more than ugly. I'm a beast. And one look at me and you'll surely leave. Then I'll be once again alone.
But I made a promise not to leave. Oh, this is silly. If I can't see who I'm talking to, I might as well be alone.
No, you mustn't. I told you. I warned you. I begged you. And now you will surely leave. It's all right. Go back to your family and don't fear for them. I shall not harm your father, and I shall send enough gold with you so that you may live in comfort forever.
But I made a promise, and a promise is a promise. Besides, you're not so ugly, you're just sort of fuzzy, that's all. Now let's be friends. Let's shake hands and be friends, all right? All right.
And as time passed, they became friends indeed. Beauty would teach him the manners that he never knew. She would teach him to walk and stand like the man she knew he was in his heart. Why, she would teach him to play games that children love to play. Why, my Beauty even taught that beastly fella how to dance. But Beauty knew there was more to life than just games and dancing. So that's why she would help the beast with his daily chores. While together, they would tend to the roses, they would work in the mine, and stoke the fire when the chilly autumn winds blew through the valley. And as the time passed, she began to see the beauty in his beastly face. They grew to become good friends, great friends, friends for life, but Beauty often thought of home. She missed her papa and her sisters, and the beast, he could see the loneliness in her eyes.
Beauty, you should go home for a while. Visit your father and your sisters. Tell them of the life we have. Tell them, Beauty, that you and I are...
Happy?
Happy, yes, happy, aren't we?
We are indeed. I shall go home, but just for a short while.
Yes, a short while, for my heart would break if you not return to me. Now come, let us have farewell supper, then off you go.
Meanwhile, back at the farm, well, things are going pretty well. We made it through the year. Made it right by out that. Well, thanks to all that gold the beast sent us. Still, I missed my beauty Lou. Many of the nights me and the fellers would sit out in the moonlight and sing them sad cowboy songs we used to sing when the girls were short and sweet like little lumps of sugar. Oh, well, hey fellers, you remember this one now, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the saddest, but it's one of my favorites. A cowboy's life is misery. He rides from dawn till dark. With just a pony for a friend, it's enough to drive him stark. Raving mad, crazy mad. The life we've had is just plain bad. That's why this song is so sad. Some cowboys ride throughout July beneath the summer sun. But wait until December comes, 'cause frostbite ain't no fun. Mighty cold, awful cold. As you've been told, I don't like cold. It makes the guy feel old. Some cowboys are romantic, like Poppy, Jane, and Roy. But I ain't got no gal, even my pony is a boy. Got no gal, not one gal. Ain't got no gal to be my pal. My pony's name is Al. And maybe when my hair is gray and I'm too old to roam, my girls will say,
Please, Papa, say this is your home sweet home.
because a cowboy's life is
Misery, he rides from dawn till dark. With just a pony for a friend, it's enough to drive him stark.
raving man, crazy man. The life we
That
have
is just plain bad, that's why this song is
so
so
sad.
Oh, geez, Bob, why'd you have to sing that one? It was too sad.
I'm sorry.
I want my
Papa, I'm home!
Beauty, you ran away. We gotta hide you. He's gonna come looking for you. I know he will. He's just
Wait,
gonna.
you don't understand. I've come for a visit. We've got lots to talk about.
Well, tell me, honey. Tell me about this new life of yours, and tell me about this beastly fella.
Oh, Papa, I'm happy, truly happy, for the beast is not a beast at all. He's my friend.
Well, he's not much to look at, that's for sure.
Perhaps, but his heart is made of gold. He treats me like a princess.
Well, that is mighty good news. Well, how long can you stay for? County fair's in a few days. Can you stay till then?
I'd love to, but I don't think I'd better. My friend says his heart would break for me not to return back soon. He's so good to me. How could someone so kind look like a beast? It just isn't fair.
Well, honey, I reckon you're old enough now to hear the rest of the story. Now I remember county fair a few years ago where there's a handsome young fella who grew the prettiest red roses. And there's a little girl by the name of Beauty Lou who was so angry at that fella that she could spit. And I remember she wished that he would look like a beast and no one would speak to him at all. And you know what I always said about your wishbone wishes.
Then it's my fault.
Oh, now, don't feel too bad, honey.
Oh, Papa, how could I?
Now, maybe, just maybe, since you're so good at this wishbone wishing, maybe since you was the one to wish him to look like a beast, maybe you could wish him back again. Back into the way he was before, back into a handsome young feller.
You think so?
Well, I reckon it's worth a shot.
Come on, let's go.
And off we went. We ran and we ran and we ran. We ran past the picket fences and past the mountains. We ran all over the woods until sunset, and then suddenly it got dark. Well, Luke, not that dark. Much better, thank you. Oh, we made it just in time. Hurry, 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 beauty. Get to your wishbone wishing.
I wish upon a wishbone that you'd be beast no more, and that you'd be as handsome on the outside as you are in your heart.
I'm so sorry, honey.
I don't care what you look like. I want you to come back with me and be my friend forever. Oh, Papa!
Wait. What's that I hear?
I am what you want me to be. I do what you want me to do. My words are all secrets between you and me, and no one can see me but you.
Well, ain't that just a down-home happy ending if I ever did see one? Yahoo! Well, the next thing I know, Sally Mae and Donna Ray and Zane P and Barbara Lee and Bobby Joe and Little Zone, we're getting themselves all guessified to be in a wedding. And as for myself, I had me a son-in-law.
Aww!
And a heck of a fellow at that. And as for the happy couple, well, that had each other, and that seemed to be enough. Well, come on, Clyde! Come on, fellas! Well, Clyde, I have a feeling that this year's county fair is going to be the best one we ever had, because the ladies will be there for the flower judging contest, and the cowboys and cowgirls will be there for the calf roping and the bronc busting, and there'll be all sorts of critters, like roosters and sheep and pigs and cows and llamas and alpacas and geeses and, oh, you know what, Clyde? There's going to be all sorts of monkeys!
No monkeys!
But the main event this year is going to be something real special. That's right, Clyde. We are going to have ourselves a wedding! So come on, everyone. This here's the county fair!
Yeah!
Put them ribbons in there. Get out your Sunday dress. You look better pretty gal. Wear the busting dress. Tie your boots and clean your jeans and slippers down your hair. Cowboys always knows the best when he comes to the fair. Here we go!
Down there, and then I'll feel it in the air. Yeah! So get up out your rocking chair, come to the county fair.
Now Christmas Day is special, and New Year's Eve is swell.
You bet.
But this year is the best of all, so
Ring that wedding bell.
it's
Down there, and then I'll feel it in the air. Yeah! So get up out your rocking chair, come to the county fair.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. My name is Matt Lurkey. I'm one of the two tour actor directors that had the great privilege of being in Hilmar this week and working with these great kids. The other tour actor is our director this week, Shauna Smith.
Hello, thank you so much for coming. This week would not be possible if it was not for the help of our assistant directors. They were awesome. They were up here, they were helping the kids learn their gestures, they were helping them out by running scenes, they were helping them out by learning lines. Anything we needed help with, they got in there and they learned the dances and the songs. They did a fantastic job, and they were helping me backstage today to get these kids on stage. So we got 4 of them, so listen here. Let's give it up for Morgan, Cooper, Xander, and Demi.
We're coming up on County Fair! Yahoo! Woo-hoo! The County Fair! The County Fair! The County Fair! Oh my goodness, County Fair!
County fair, a down feeling in the air.
Yahoo!
So get up out your rocking chair, come to the county fair.
Now Christmas Day is special,
Uh-huh.
and New Year's Eve is swell.
You bet.
But I'm gonna tell you about some It's county fair. Yahoo! So get up out of your rocking chair, come to the county fair. Put them ribbons in your hair, get out your Sunday dress. You look mighty pretty gal, that I must confess. Shine your boots and clean your jeans and slicker down your hair. Cowpoke always looks his best when he goes to the fair. Oh, county fair. Pitch the big top, raise the flag, and
lay that sawdust down.
build up the booths and chicken coops, the county fair's in town. Folks will come to see their friends from
Farm and ranch in town.
from here and there and everywhere. They come from miles around. Oh, county fair, down home feeling in the air. Yahoo! So get up out of your rocking chair, come to the county fair. Bring on the hams and yams and jams, bring on them biscuits too.
Yum!
Bring on the chicken fried rim crisp, there's apple pie.
Yahoo!
Here come the hens and goats and